I don't know how I feel about this lip, but I don't, like, let's just do it. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey. I have been putting this video off for long enough. It is time for us to go ahead and knock this out because things are getting out of control yet again, and I can't have what happened in the last fragrance haul happen in this one. Yes, folks, you heard that right. Today is another fragrance haul, a fall fragrance haul, if you will. Fall/winter. We have a good mix of things that I have been purchasing because I told you I've been shopping, and we have a little bit of PR, which of course I'll disclose when we get there. But before we get into today's video, y'all already know to make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell, boo, so you don't miss when I upload another video. After subscribing and making sure those post notifications are turned on to all, also make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up because it's free. It really helps support the channel and it helps us to grow. Last but not least, never forget, if you are interested in trying and or buying any of the fragrances mentioned in today's video, to make sure you shop via any available links and discount codes down below in the description box, because that also really helps support the channel and you're gonna buy it anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, if you're interested in finally seeing what fragrances I've picked up recently, make sure you keep watching. So first up, did I bring it down here? Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. Hold on. I'll be right back. Later. Think I've got myself together. I had to go put some earrings on, grab the fragrance, and grab a little Celsius so we can get through today. But moving right along. Now, my original plan, once I saw that I got this in the mail, was to wear this as my scent of the night to, you know, get a first impressions. But then in my post-work trip, seasonal depression delirium, I decided to wait and have this moment on camera with you all. I don't have a scent of the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little bit pressed to try this out, and the brand was definitely a little tardy in sending it to me, but they sent it. So I'm shut the fuck up. All of that to say, Sniff finally sent over their collaboration with Professor Perfume, their second collaboration, I should say. This is Honey Sweet. And this is their latest release, I believe, and their latest collaboration with a fellow creator, Professor Perfume. I'm actually relatively new to her content. I wasn't familiar with her before, which I feel kind of ignorant because she's like a pretty large influencer, but no shade. I'd be kind of sticking to, you know, people that look like me, mostly. And that's my right. Regardless, here is the packaging, the typical Sniff packaging. Let me take the plastic off. Here's a close-up of the bottle for Honey Sweet. Typical Sniff packaging. It is glass, of course, with the magnetic cap. I know the packaging isn't for everyone, but I don't mind it, especially for the price point. It's cute, blue shade, has like stars and stuff on it. So, you know, I guess it's supposed to mimic the sky. But let's go ahead and see what it smells like. Again, I don't have on a scent of the day. Oh, that smells good in the air. Wait, that smells good as a mother. Definitely getting that honey when I first spray it. And it's a realistic honey. There's a sweetness there. There's a deep richness there. But I feel like it's not too heavy because there's definitely something cutting through how sweet it is. A woodiness, and I feel like I'm picking up some saffron too. I like this. It's sweet, but it's still like grown and sophisticated. If I remember correctly, Professor Perfume was saying that this is inspired by her honeymoon in like luxury chic hotel suites during her honeymoon phase with her husband, which is so adorable. I don't think that this would be necessarily mass appealing, but I don't think that this is something that isn't either, if that makes any sense. There's like an aromatic facet to this as well that I feel like is helping to cut through the sweetness of the honey. It's like gourmand, but not too gourmand. Also feel like there's like a booziness of sorts that enhances the sweetness, but in a really chic, elevated way. This smells like it could be more than $65, respectfully. I am really eager to see how this develops on my skin over time. Of course, I'll get back to you all with regards to performance and projection. This is literally the first time I sprayed it and the first time I'm wearing it. So you know, stay tuned for my full thoughts on this in an upcoming video. But first impressions, definitely recommend getting your nose on this. I'll have my discount code and link to sniff down below in the description box if you are interested in trying or buying. So today's scent of the day and the first fragrance in today's haul is going to be Sniff and Professor Perfumes collaboration, Honey Sweet. And that's just no. Oh, we about to drop it. Hold on. Oh, well. There's that. Anyway, also got a very generous PR package from the team over at Finery. They actually sent me over 5 fragrances, but one of these is actually a repeat, Midnight Cafe. We talked about this one in either the last haul or the haul before last. I'll have whichever haul it applies to linked up in the cards. If I'm not mistaken, this one is an inspired by version of YSL's Black Opium, and I haven't worn that one on skin just yet. I've only tested it out, and it seems pretty similar to YSL's Black Opium. They have this eau de parfum version of this fragrance, but I also think they have a fragrance mist version. So depending on your preferences and your budget, you can definitely probably find a fragrance that is similar, if not, you know, pretty close to high-end fragrances for a fraction of the cost. All of that to say, since they sent me a second one of these, I'm going to give this one to a friend of mine. But again, this one was Midnight Cafe from Finery. Now, do I talk about the ones that I haven't tried out yet or the ones that I have? Let's do the ones that I have not. So first up from Finery, they sent over Mysterious Nomad. And you can see this one is still in the plastic. Come on, lighting. I actually kind of like this kind of like burnt orangish brown packaging. Let's go ahead and unbox this, hopefully without breaking the nail. So here is a close-up of Mysterious Nomad. Hopefully my lighting will adjust. This is again the eau de parfum version. I feel like this color bottle is perfect for fall. So let's get a first impression real quick. First spray, first impression. Let's see. I don't know if I want to say this is citrusy or spicy, but there's definitely something like tickling my nose and like the back of my tongue when I first spray this. There's also like maybe like a earthiness or a woodiness coming through as well, but it's not heavy. It's still kind of light. There's like a translucency to this fragrance, and I feel like it's perfectly unisex. Maybe some might even feel like it leans a little masculine. So yeah, first impressions of this, definitely one I can see myself wearing, especially during this time of year. Definitely to wear like casual, laid back, easy, effortless taste. Nothing too serious. Or to layer for sure. So yeah, I'll report back on my full thoughts regarding this fragrance in a future video. But again, this is Finery's Mysterious Nomad. Moving right along to the next one that we haven't tried out from Finery. This one is Mystic Figures. Again, an eau de parfum. I'm not sure if this one has a fragrance mist, but I'll have all the information linked down below in the description box. Let's go ahead and open this one. Here is a close-up of Mystic Figures eau de parfum from Finery. Girl, there we go. Goodness. Kind of. Go ahead and see how this one smells. First impressions, first spray. Very green, very earthy. Oh, smells minty. That's how green it is. It's very refreshing, very invigorating. I don't know if I like this one, albeit it is improving as it dries down. Okay, I'm smelling fig. The fig is getting a little bit more figgy, a little less green fig and a little more sweet as it dries down. But that kind of effervescent, tingly, minty, refreshing situation is still like there in the background. There's also like a oceanic beachiness, but not like marine fishy. It just kind of like if you were at the beach and it was windy type of thing. I feel like I'm picking that up in this. This one might not be for me. It's not horrible, but it's not my preferred scent profile, I'll say that. But I'm not like repulsed by it, so stand by for my thoughts on this in an upcoming video as well. Again, this is Finery's Mystic Figures. Another one sent over to me from the team at Finery that we've talked about briefly in the last couple of videos is the new Rouge. And I told you all that this one is inspired by Baccarat Rouge, and it absolutely is. Again, here is a close-up of the new Rouge. I'm not sure if the camera is going to be able to pick up my dent because of how dark it is, but I have already been playing around in this one, and it definitely gives a very similar vibe to it. That airy, sweet, almost kind of crystallized or even a spun sugar type of saffron with that kind of resinous, woody base. It's really been a good time to wear. And I've been enjoying layering this as well. I'll tell you what I layer it with in just a second. It's another one from Finery that they sent over, but I'm going to continue playing with this so I can definitely form my full-fledged opinions. But overall, this has been a pleasant experience. So yes, again, this is Finery's The New Rouge Eau de Parfum. Now, the fragrance that I've been playing around with layering a little bit with the new Rouge is also sent to me over from the team from Finery, and this is Not Another Cherry. Again, at this point, I'm certain that you can figure out what this fragrance is inspired by as well. Just in case you are not, this obviously seems to be inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, a cherry pioneer, if you will. The cherry that started all the cherry mayhem, if you will. I have been playing around with this one, as you can see, because it sprayed right away. This one, that juicy, tart but sweet, syrupy, oozy cherry DNA that we get in Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. But again, you don't want to pay that Tom Ford Lost Cherry price point. There's also a floral and a nutty aspect to this that kind of grounds it, cuts through that fruitiness being juvenile, and gives this a bit more weight, so it doesn't smell like a body splash. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with body splash, but this just has a little bit more grown and sexy added. So far, this hasn't given cough syrup. This hasn't registered as medicinal to me, but that may or may not happen over time, especially as this fragrance matures and develops. This has been really fun and sexy to wear by itself. I've enjoyed it layered with the new Rouge, also from Finery. I layered this recently with Georges La Capitale and got compliments. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to talk about that in another video. Regardless, if you are a fruity fragrance lover, or you are a cherry lover specifically, or a Lost Cherry DNA fan, definitely recommend getting your nose on this. Again, I'll have it linked down below, but this is Not Another Cherry from Finery. I know at this point it's been an hour or close to it, and Honey Sweet is still. I think this one is the last fragrance that I have received in PR. Another one that we've also touched on a couple of times, but I just wanted to officially haul Matiere Premier's Crystal Saffron, sent over to me by the team at Twisted Lily, so shout out to them. As always, I'll have my link and discount code Twisted Lily down below in the description box in case you're interested in trying or buying anything. But here is the close-up of Matiere Premier's Crystal Saffron. Now, this is one that we have talked about, and I'm not sure if you all can pick up my little baby dent. And honestly, it's probably going to be at the top of this bottle for quite some time, because if you're not new here and you've been watching me lately, you know that this fragrance is strong than a motherfucker. Like, it's definitely a beast mode. On a scale of 1 to 10, this might be an 11, respectfully. In addition to the really dry, leathery, musky saffron, there's also some incense. Unisex to me, but this may or may not lean super masculine to other people's nose because of how leathery that saffron is. This doesn't really have a sweetness, even on skin, and I think that that's what I really enjoy about it. Perfect to wear during this time of year that is cooler, But I mean, you know, do what you want to do, wear it when you want to. Definitely a niche fragrance that in my opinion warrants niche pricing and niche fanfare. So if you have not gotten your nose on this one, highly recommend grabbing a sample because this won't be for everyone. Grab a sample. Again, I'll have my link and discount code to Twisted Lily down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and welcome officially Metier Premier's Crystal Saffron to the family. Unconsciously, we've gotten all of the fragrances sent to me in PR out of the way. The rest of these fragrances were purchased by me, my hard-earned American currency. Here is my latest Bond number 9 edition, and this is Nomad. Again, this is one that we've talked about a couple of times in my last few videos, but something about a haul makes it official. Here's a close-up of the bottle. Typical star-shaped Bond bottle. Pretty cobalt blue, translucent, so I can actually see my juice and whatever these kind of faux crystals are. Now, Nomad, as we discussed previously, is a fruity fragrance, but make it niche, and I still stand by that. There is pear, there's quince, and I want to say that there's some black currant. There's definitely a juiciness to the fruits, but these are not your typical mass appealing, dainty, girly, flirty fruits, okay? There is a depth, a darkness, some mystery, some sex appeal, and I'm fully convinced that it has to do with that rose oud combination. The oud is ouding. This is a very loud, very potent fragrance, leaves a crazy scent trail, and definitely lingers on skin and on clothing. Not at all a safe blind buy. Even though this is in a dark blue bottle, I still feel like this is a perfectly unisex scent, and I cannot wait to continue spending time with this fall and winter, especially during some of these upcoming holiday gatherings where I have to be social but don't really want to. This is going to be a statement maker for me. I didn't gonna hold you, prepare to be sick of us this fall and winter. And again, this is my latest Bond number 9 edition, Nomad. Not exactly sure if I had my microphone on, so I'm doing this clip again just as a precaution. But another new edition that started off as a sample and now we're here that I recently purchased is another new edition from Amouage, and this is Overture Woman. Again, we briefly touched on this one in a recent video. Of course, I'll leave it linked up in the cards. One thing about Amouage, the packaging is going to package. As you can see, this is from their Gift of Kings collection. Here is another close-up of the bottle. Really simple, but gorgeous and substantially heavy, luxurious frosted glass with the rose gold accents, magnetic cap. Overture Woman, as we have already touched on, is another one that does not need a tester strip because of how strong it is. Overture Woman is an apple scent, which makes it perfect for this time of year. Deep, sweet, juicy apple. Maybe even a cooked apple. It's boozy, it's spicy. I believe there's some cinnamon. But in addition to it being a boozy, spicy, sweet apple, it's sexy from some leather and some saffron and that Amouage incense. Another fruity but make it niche fragrance that I have added to my fall lineup. Apparently I have been in a fruity mood lately. In fact, let me know if you are interested in like some of my fruity fragrances that I have been obsessed for the fall. And I can get that out to you, but this is one that I don't have to worry about touching up. This is one that I don't have to go crazy with the sprays. Absolutely perfect for this time of year if you ask me, and it's just another fragrance that in my opinion warrants niche fanfare and a niche price tag. Absolutely a 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. Can't wait to continue spending time with this fall and winter. Again, this is Amouage Overture Woman. Oh look, what do you know, another fruity but make it niche fragrance. This is one that I already hinted in a previous video that I would be upgrading to a full-size bottle because it was an absolute love at first sniff. And one thing about me, I'm a lot of things, but I ain't a liar. Even though I ain't finished my decant just yet, I said what I said. BDK's Passe Soir, the X Straight, ladies and gentlemen, days and dems, has been added to the family. Absolutely love this packaging. This is my first BDK. Oh my goodness. I think I've already posted this unboxing to Instagram, but I have not posted it to Shorts just yet. Maybe I will by the time I post this haul. Regardless, here is how the box looks without the sleeve. Really sleek and minimal, but nice. Once you slide that little part off, here is how the bottle just kind of sits in the packaging. But let's go ahead and dive in. Here is a close-up of BDK Possessoir the Extrait. Ain't this just sexy? So sexy. Very heavy too. This is the 100 ml, which I think is the only size option available at the moment. This one doesn't need to be sprayed either, but just so I can show you all the atomizer. Like, luxury. Luxury. I feel like this is another one that kind of smells exactly how it looks. Very rich, syrupy, almost jammy, cooked type of fruitiness. Also spicy from ginger and black pepper. In addition to that fruity spiciness, I think there's also some cacao, which adds some warmth and some depth to it and kind of cuts through the fruitiness in a really interesting way. You all know that I only use feminine and masculine for descriptive reasons. In my opinion, all fragrance is unisex. Wear what you want, when you want, how you want, okay? But this takes that super girly, fruity, but spicy, cutesy, dainty Possessoir DNA and makes her a bad bitch, okay? This is not as feminine, quote unquote, as the original. This, in my opinion, is perfectly unisex. It's thicker, it's deeper, it's darker, it's more mysterious. If you are shy and don't want to be noticed, don't even bother with this, because this ain't for the babies, okay? This is very potent, very powerful, and it lasts for all eternity, especially on clothes. Somebody somewhere gonna disagree with me, but in my opinion, this is another niche fragrance that is absolutely worth it. And again, I'm so glad to have BDK's Possessoir the Extrait in the family for this fall and winter. Last but not least, another unbeknownst to you all wishlist item that I recently checked off. I was actually able to get for a fantastic deal at Sephora. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the sampler packs from Sephora. Essentially, you pay, you know, $95. I think they had another one for maybe $85, which gave you some other samples, obviously. But essentially, you'll get a gang of samples. I guess like maybe, I want to say maybe 20 samples. Does it tell you how many are here? 18. It tells you it's 18 samples. So you get to try a number of, you know, high-end designer and or niche fragrances that are offered at Sephora for that price, and you get basically what I call a WIC voucher to get a full-size bottle of one of the samples. Now, the caveat with that is I don't necessarily feel like it's always the best deal. In fact, if you want to see like more detail about getting the best value from these Sephora sample packs, I'll leave Lauren May Fragrances video about these down below in the description box and in the cards, so that way you can, you know, get more insight as to, you know, how Sephora be playing games in people's face sometimes. But regardless, this one was their $95 sampler pack, which is right on time for holiday season. And I already knew once I saw this what fragrance I was going to be getting from them. But let me tell you what fragrances are available, or at least some of them. They have Burberry Her, Good Girl Blush from Carolina Herrera, Charlotte Tilbury, More Sex, Fenty's Eau de Parfum, Gorgeous Magnolia from the Gucci Floral line, Jo Malone London's English Pear and Freesia, OG's, Triple OG's, new stuff, niche designer, just all types of options that are available at Sephora. But all of that to say, I already knew once I saw the options available in this sampler pack that I was going to be adding wishlist item Princess from Kilian to my collection. This is one that I have had a dupe of from Ocha that I think I've mentioned to you all previously on the channel, but we went ahead and got the real thing. So here is a close-up of I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Kilian, also known as Princess. This is the 50 ml and it usually retails for $150. So to get it for $95 with the voucher from the sampler pack, fantastic deal. Jumped on it, okay, immediately. This is my first Kilian fragrance, and respectfully, I was getting ready to put it on a tester strip, but Be for real. Be for real. I'm gonna just spray a little bit here on the back of my hand. As far as I know, there's only like 3 notes in this, at least that have been publicized. There's green tea, there's ginger, and there's marshmallow. Perfect for this time of year, but honestly, I feel like Princess is one that you can wear all year round because it's not too sweet or too heavy. Substantial enough to withstand cooler weather, but never too much for like warmer weather either. I feel like this is unique, but also pleasant and mass appealing at the same time, which may or may not be Killian's specialty. Definitely sound off in the comments and let me know if you have this in your collection or if you're going to be adding it to your collection. But I'm so glad that I was able to lock this down and at a great deal. So happy to finally add Killian's Princess to the collection. So folks, that about wraps up today's fall fragrance haul. I really hope that you all enjoyed. Definitely sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts, especially if you have or if you're interested in trying any of these fragrances that I mentioned in today's video. And of course, if you are interested in trying or buying any of the fragrances mentioned in today's video, please make sure to shop via any available links and or discount codes down below in the description box because it really helps me out. After leaving a comment and on your way to watching another video of mine, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Come sit your sexy ass down on my jet. Just playing, I ain't got no jet. But if I did, you'd be on that bitch. Put my blanket on. Just hoping I don't look like what I've been through. Okay, let's just start over. It's fine. It's fine. Y'all should know by now that my eye just be running. It just be running, okay? Just ignore it. We're gonna press through. Cozy. Comfortable in my skin. Cozy with who I am. Comfortable in my skin. Cozy. Cozy. Comfortable in my skin.